Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the first big snow of our winter season. Natalie, Wadas here, coming to you live from inside the weather lab. I'm in the passenger seat, sitting tight while my photographer Rio Velarde takes over and drives very carefully and very slowly through some of the areas that are getting some of the most snow, and bringing you guys a look at what it looks like so you don't have to come out here. I'm gonna flip the camera around so you can get a look outside of our windshield. So right now we're on I-80 heading back down towards Salt Lake City in Parleys Canyon, and just get a look at this. I mean, the snow is coming down so hard. It is whiteout conditions where you can barely see two cars in front of you. There's snow sticking all over the road and the sides of the road. It is just a mess up here, folks. The roads are completely covered. Oh, if you take a look to the side of us right now, you'll see incident management and an emergency vehicle is heading up the way. And that's because as we were driving up here, we saw multiple cars stalled out on the side of the road, including semi-trucks. It is very slick, very dicey. Someone just lost control behind us, I'm told. There's a lot of cars here. Today is the day to stay home and stay out of these canyons if you can. Traffic is really backed up, as you can see, coming down out of the canyon, going into Salt Lake City because of all of these different backups and slide-offs we've seen. I've seen quite a few plows coming up and down the street, and they're doing what they can. But as you can see right there along with me right now, this snow is coming down hard and fast, and it is just completely stuck to the road. You can see the emergency management lights almost look like they're disappearing into the distance up there. It is just really tough whiteout conditions. We've seen cars sliding off the road, and if you go onto the shoulder even a little bit, we've seen it's a struggle to get back onto these main routes that are a little bit more, trafficked, and it's easier a little bit to get the tires to get some traction there, but it is just a backup. So if you can avoid I-80 and Parleys Canyon right now, that would be the best thing to do. Now, yesterday I spoke with UDOT. They told me yesterday they were pre-treating roads in places where it made sense with brine solution. They had their plows at the ready to be out there early this morning and throughout the day where it's needed. And as you can see, that winter weather has finally come. It's a little late in the season, but as I've been saying today and throughout the day, it bears reminding that since this is the first winter storm of the season, it's a good time to make sure that your car is set, that your tires are okay, that you have enough windshield wiper fluid. We had to stop and fill that up before we went out just because look at the volume of the snow, and we wanted to make sure that we would still be able to see out of the windshield of the weather lab and still be able to show you guys what's going on out there. But making sure that your windshield front and back are cleared off. UHP told me that they can actually pull people over if their windshields aren't clear, so it's just a good reminder. I know we say this every year, but just making sure you're setting yourself up to be as safe as you can possibly be, especially in conditions like this. This is not any of us. We just want to be as safe as possible. So right now we are sitting essentially in a complete backup. The snow is coming down super strong, as you can see. Now, coming up Parleys Canyon, which is what we were doing just a couple of minutes ago, traffic is much lighter, but we were going about 20 miles per hour, just taking it easy because the road conditions are really, really poor up here. I'm told also that snow is coming down in Salt Lake City now and sticking to the roads. As we were driving out and coming up to this area to talk about it in our noon show, the roads were still pretty wet. Snow hadn't begun sticking yet, but that being said, the roads with the snow and sort of that snow-rain mix that we've seen throughout yesterday and now today, they are just saturated. So with the temperatures dropping and more snow coming in, you gotta think that's probably gonna be ice underneath whatever snow's coming in now. Oh, here goes another emergency vehicle. Yeah, folks, it's just a rough day. But so just a rough day to be out on the roads. But as I was saying, we've got snow on top of ice, and UDOT and UHP were telling me you got to take your time today. It's not the day to be trying to go freeway speeds. As you can see, we're not really going anywhere right now. You've got a great view of just bumper to bumper traffic up here in the canyons. And like I mentioned earlier, this is because there were so many cars, even trucks, sliding off the road, pulling off the road because of the whiteout conditions likely. Just seeing a big mess, and it doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. Now it looks like we're starting to get moving here a little bit. But I did hear from Ron Bird and Mary Nichols earlier in the noon show that there have been dozens of slide-offs, reported accidents. It's a slippery, slick situation with really poor visibility. And so it's just a good day to stay off the roads if you can, especially in areas like this. Now I know I was saying that UDOT mentioned they have their plows out, they're urging people to be safe, but the other point that they wanted and asked if I could highlight is if you see a plow out doing its job, one, stay behind it. Don't try to pass the plow. He told me that they've had accidents in the past where someone tried to pass the plow and then ended up getting clipped by the part in the front that actually pushes the snow away. And that can be really dangerous, obviously, for the driver, the plow driver, just everybody involved. So never try to pass them. Give them space to do their job. And they mentioned the safest place to be on the road, actually, when you're in conditions like this, is, several hundred feet behind the plow, because that's freshly plowed road. It'll be safe for you. And just don't get too close and let them do what they're doing. So just to reiterate again, we're on I-80 heading down Parleys Canyon, heading back towards the Salt Lake City area where it's bumper to bumper traffic, whiteout conditions. The snow is coming down really, really hard, and it's a pretty scary drive right now. Can't even sugarcoat it. It's tough. Rio Velarde is doing a great job getting us safely through this canyon. I'm holding on to the seat, just white knuckling it as we go down this road. But everyone out here, I will say, is taking it really easy. We are in bumper to bumper traffic trying to get down the canyon. And as you can see up ahead, we're actually coming up next to a car that has kind of slid to the side here. And this is a really common sight. We've seen this all up and down the canyon as we've been driving. So it's just a good reminder, take it easy, and if you're not super used to driving in snow, you might think that you've got it down, but it's been essentially a year since we've had to deal with conditions like this. So it's a good reminder to all of us to try to take it easy, and also knowing the limitations of the type of car you might drive, that sort of thing. So today I'll be in the weather lab, going to all different places. Right now we're in Parleys Canyon. We're planning to drive up and down the Wasatch. Oh, here comes Highway Patrol on the side of us. Looks like they might be helping to take care of this car in front of us there. We'll keep an eye on that. But we'll be driving up and down the Wasatch just to see what the road conditions are looking like so that you don't have to, and you can stay home and hopefully watch from the comfort of your screen and just be safe. But if you do have to be out, be safe, take your time, give yourself a lot of extra time. It's not a great day to rush, folks. And I'm just trying to keep an eye on what's happening with this Highway Patrol vehicle in front of us. UHP did tell me yesterday that they're going to have a ton of troopers out today, just out in force to be around like this car in front of us to help out where these situations happen and to help out where it's needed. But the conditions out here are very, very tough. You can't see in front of the second car in front of you. It's a complete whiteout condition, and cars right now in the canyon are just trying to make it through, just like us. Lots of plows, lots of accidents. And I can say from the time that since we've been driving and since we've been up here in the canyon, we started driving through here probably about 11:30. It seems like the snow is really starting to come down harder and the visibility is getting worse and worse. So this is definitely evolving, and I think everyone is just trying to make it out of this area safely right now. I can say that about ourselves, at least with certainty. And this backup, as we were driving up the canyon, this backup stretched from the bottom, almost the bottom of the canyon, all the way back to where we are. We turned around sort of near Kimball Junction. If you know the area, we were coming up I-80 from Salt Lake City, turned around, and now we're making our way very slowly back down. But this is just a tough area to get through. So folks, once again, this is Natalie Wadas with KUTV2 News. We're here in the Weather Lab. We're tracking current conditions. Safe to say current conditions are pretty wicked out there right now. It's a winter wonderland for sure, but it's a very messy drive. So be safe if you have to be out there. But we'll be coming back to you with another live report at 12:30 at KUTV if you want to tune in. I'll also be posting stuff on my social media page, Natalie Wadas News, if you'd like to check out and see and follow along where we're driving and what conditions look like. But beyond that, everybody please be safe, have a great day, stay warm, and hopefully we can all, enjoy this beautiful snow that we're getting.